Alright, so here we go with lesson 84 from Saxon 76. And lesson 84 is all about changing percents to decimals, which you guys are going to find so easy. We know that percent means, let me move that down so you can see it. Over 100. So when I say 2% and I want to make that into a fraction, that just means 2 over 100. Very straightforward, very easy, and we can move from there. Because we know that this is 2 100ths, and to write that as a decimal, I just put my decimal down. I put a 0 in as a placeholder so I can know that I'm really meaning decimal. And 2 100ths goes in the hundredths spot. This is my 10th spot first, and this is my hundredths with a THS spot second. So this is 2 100ths, and that's the same as 2%. So we took a percent and we made it into a decimal. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 14%. Well, percent means over 100, so I get 14 over 100. Now 14 hundredths, I put down my decimal. I know that my last digit's going to be in my hundredths spot, so there's my 14 hundredths, and I went from a percent to a decimal. All right, so let's do this worksheet that I did for lesson 84. And that's very straightforward because I give you 35%. You're going to convert it into a fraction, which would be 35 100ths, and take that and make it into a decimal, which is 0.35. So let's do B. That's 12%. That's going to be 12 100ths because percent means over 100. And when I make that into a decimal, it's 0.12. All right, problem C says 7%. So that's 7 100ths. Now I want that to be in my hundredths spot, so here's my second digit after my decimal is my hundredths spot. That's where my 7 goes, and I backfill with a 0. Problem D says 100%. That means 100 over 100. Now here we've got a problem because I want that last 0 right there to be in my hundredths spot after my decimal, which is right here. So I've got that 0, there's that 1. So 100% is the same as 1.00. From a percent to a decimal. So let's do 120%. That's 120 over 100. Again, this last digit's going to be in my hundredth spot after my decimal, which is my second spot. I've got a 0 there, a 2 there, and a 1 there. So 120% converted to a decimal is the same as 1.20. 341%, we got 341 over 100. All right, I want my last digit to be in my hundredth spot. That's my 1. There we go, 3.41. So 340% is the same as the decimal value, 3.41. All right, let me give you an extra one to do. Let's do a tiny one. Let's do 1%. All right, 1%. That's going to be the same as 1 over 100. All right, now you convert it and write that down as a decimal. I'm going to give you a half a second to do it, and then we'll do it together. All right, let's do it. So we've got a 1 over 100. So I have a 1 in my hundredth spot. I put a 0 here, and I'll put a 0 up front just to make sure that I know that I'm meaning the decimal. So 1% is the same as 0.01. All right, let's do 111%. All right, convert that to a fraction, knowing that percent means over 100, and tell me what you get. All right, I hope you got 111 over 100. Now, when I convert that to a decimal, I'm going to put my decimal down. I know I'm going to the hundredth spot. I stick this last one in the hundredth spot, and then I just start filling up. There's my other one. There's my other one. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So 111% is the same thing as 1.11. All right, that's lesson 84. Go get her done.